The Formula One Championship battle between McLaren teammates Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri has reached a critical juncture, with only 9 points separating the two drivers as they head into the final 10 rounds of the 2025 season. With Max Verstappen sitting a massive 97 points behind in third place, this has essentially become a two-horse race between the McLaren drivers, marking the first time since the Hamilton-Alonso rivalry in 2007 that the Woking-based team has found itself managing two legitimate championship contenders. Ralf Schumacher, the former Formula One driver and current motorsport analyst, has delivered a fascinating assessment of both drivers that could prove pivotal in understanding how this title fight will unfold.
We clearly get on well, we work together very well, and I like to think that a very small part of the team's success is us working together and trying to help the team, but at the same time, we also want to beat each other every single week. So it's a difficult position to be in, but I think we manage it very well. I think the team does a very good job of managing it, because we've seen it go wrong plenty of times in the past, and I think we're doing a good job so far. So it's a tricky position, but we enjoy it.
Thank you very much. I mean, this is still unbelievable. I think, yeah, Silverstone is one race. I don't care about the others. I only want to win in Silverstone. It's unbelievable, and it's unbelievable because of all of you. You know, making it a proper atmosphere, making it exciting.
Yeah, at one point I thought it was a little bit too close, but no, it was a good race. I hope everyone enjoyed watching. Good. Zach's been out with gorillas for the last week or so, almost being eaten by them, and I think he was more scared of us racing each other than the gorillas. So I'll try not to do that to him again. But it was a great race, and I think the fact that we could be so close to each other, fighting each other, and still pulling away from everyone else, that was pretty cool.
Absolutely.
In the past, I would have said that Lando is the more complete driver, but Oscar has overcome his weaknesses from last year, Schumacher revealed in his recent interview with Bild newspaper. This observation carries significant weight when considering Piastri's remarkable transformation from his debut season struggles to his current championship-leading form. The Australian driver's evolution has been nothing short of spectacular. During his 2024 campaign, Piastri faced considerable challenges with tyre management and maintaining consistent race pace, issues that often cost him valuable points and victories. He was too harsh on the tyres last year and couldn't maintain the race pace. Now he is mentally strong and fast. I see them both on the same level, Schumacher explained, highlighting the dramatic improvement in Piastri's racecraft. This transformation is supported by concrete evidence. Piastri currently holds the fourth longest point-scoring streak in Formula One history at 40 races, stretching back to the 2023 Las Vegas Grand Prix, and was remarkably the only driver to complete every racing lap during the 2024 season. The statistical comparison between the two teammates reveals just how evenly matched they have become. Piastri currently leads the championship with 284 points, compared to Norris's 275 points, having secured 6 victories against his teammates' 5 wins this season. In qualifying battles, Norris maintains a slight edge with a 6-8 advantage, or 6-11 when including sprint qualifying sessions, but the margins are incredibly tight across all performance metrics. However, Schumacher's most intriguing prediction focuses on the psychological aspect of the championship fight. With Oscar, I see the risk that he will push too hard when he has the title in his grasp. That can also go wrong, the German warned.
Oscar, many congratulations. Tough conditions today. How precise did you have to be on that first racing lap, making that slipstreaming pass on Lando? Crucial, ultimately.
I had to be committed. I got a good run out of turn 1, and then I could stay very close through a Rouge. You know, it was not the easiest. It was a few moments, but then I could stay super close out of there, and then the actual overtake itself was, reasonably straightforward. I could get ahead before the braking zone, but the leading up to it took some risks.
Yeah. And then it was a management job to the end, and I think your last 2 laps were personal best, so you were managing that very precisely. 16 points clear now. You feel you merit that with the way you've driven thus far?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think the last couple of weekends I felt very good in how I've driven and the pace I've had, just not ultimately pulled it off. Austria, the pace was good, but racecraft had some room for improvement. Silverstone, we know what happened there. So yeah, to finally get the win this weekend is a really nice feeling, and I felt like qualifying wasn't the best, but the race I did everything as well as I could have, and I'm very happy with it.
Well done.
Identifying what he believes could be the decisive factor in this championship battle. This assessment suggests that Piastri's natural aggression and determination, which have been instrumental in his rise to championship contention, could potentially become his Achilles heel when the pressure intensifies in the closing stages of the season. The setup controversy surrounding McLaren's technical approach adds another fascinating dimension to this rivalry. Piastri made headlines by refusing to use the team's new front suspension system that arrived at the Canadian Grand Prix, despite Norris achieving victory at Silverstone with the upgraded components. There's some other bits and pieces I am not using, the bits that came in Canada, because they're not an upgrade, they're just different. All the parts that we think will make the car faster are on both cars, Piastri explained with characteristic confidence, demonstrating his unwavering belief in his current setup philosophy. This technical divergence has created an unprecedented situation where Andrea Stella, McLaren's team principal, finds himself managing two drivers who are essentially racing different cars. We are currently discussing whether some of the options chosen by Lando might be interesting for Oscar in the future. But at the moment, the most important news for us is that we seem to have found a better feel for Lando regarding the front axle, Stella revealed, highlighting the delicate balancing act the team must perform. Juan Pablo Montoya, the 7-time Grand Prix winner and motorsport veteran, has issued a stark warning about the sustainability of McLaren's current harmony. The way that McLaren is running with the two guys and they are in harmony in the team, would you bring Max Verstappen as a disruption to that team? The McLaren group is in a groove, it's peace and love and everybody's happy and we're best friends and we hold hands when we go racing together. But if I was a betting person, there's going to be an explosion at McLaren at some stage, Montoya predicted with characteristic bluntness. The Colombian's reasoning centers on the mathematical reality of championship pressure. It is a world championship they are fighting for. When was the last time McLaren had a world champion? 2008 with Lewis. They have the constructors in the bag. And they want to let the drivers race, Montoya observed, referencing McLaren's 17-year championship drought. He believes that as the points gap tightens, the current sporting relationship will inevitably deteriorate. It will get to the point where you will be better off crashing your teammate rather than losing the points to win a championship, he warned, painting a vivid picture of how desperation can override team loyalty. Montoya specifically identified Norris as his championship favourite, citing the Briton's recent mental development. What Lando did in Hungary made me sure that Lando's going to win. Oscar had him covered all weekend. Oscar was better on Friday. Going into qualifying, Oscar had the weekend in his hands, and Lando really stepped up through the race. Montoya explained, highlighting Norris's ability to perform under pressure when the stakes are highest. Conversely, Helmut Marko, Red Bull's motorsport advisor, offers a contrasting perspective that favors Piastri. Piastri has the nerve, is more consistent, and always gets the best out of himself. I've never seen him so emotionally charged. Norris may be faster per lap, but overall I see Piastri ahead. Marko assessed, emphasizing the Australian's mental fortitude and consistency as key advantages in a championship battle. The psychological warfare extends to team dynamics, where McLaren has implemented what they call the papaya rules, allowing both drivers to race freely with the single directive not to collide with each other. Piastri has embraced this philosophy wholeheartedly, stating, "It's too early to just bank points and finish races for the sake of it. A lot of what we've done previously has been to try and win Constructors' Championships and get the team the most points. You can't worry about what's going to happen in Abu Dhabi. Every weekend is a new battle." The 2026 regulation changes add urgency to this championship fight, as both drivers understand this might represent their best opportunity for Formula One glory. With the new regulations being so dramatically different, and there's no guarantee that the car is going to be competitive next year. This might be the only chance for them in their careers to be a F1 world champion, Montoya emphasized, highlighting why both drivers will push themselves and each other to the absolute limit.